every single day for like the past 2 months. It has been hell, and I lost control, and I was just able to gain back control. There's nothing that sucks more than working so hard to achieve a goal like this, and to not even feel at home in my own house is absolutely heartbreaking.
Imagine signing papers on your dream home only to find out you can't afford groceries, you can't afford a night out, you can't even afford to make a simple repair. Yes, that is the nightmare about being house poor, and it is more common than you think. So in this video, I'm gonna go over the biggest regrets that homeowners face, why so many of them feel financially trapped by their own home, and most importantly, how you can avoid making these mistakes. Because trust me, you don't want to make them. So let's dive right in.
So when I first bought my house, my mortgage payment was $1,151. After my first year living in that house, they raised my mortgage to $1,579. The f***? I thought I was tripping. That is a $428 increase. I was under the impression that my mortgage payment would literally never change, but I was wrong.
This is a common mistake that many people make when buying a house. They think because they have a fixed mortgage that their monthly payment will never go up. And while it is true that the amount comprised of the principal and interest will stay the same throughout the duration of the loan with a fixed mortgage, your home insurance and your property taxes may go up, which will cause that monthly amount to also go up. Add the cost of maintenance to keep everything running smoothly, both inside and outside your house, and that cost goes up even more. You need to have your HVAC serviced, your gutters cleaned, you need to do lawn care, get rid of all those pesky leaves, which we have right now. Trim the trees away from your house, inspect the roof. All this stuff needs to happen every year, and so many more little things. Now, you may be able to do this all by yourself and save some money. But then there are those sneaky, unexpected costs that you never see coming. I had a fairly new hot water heater, just about 3 years old, that one day decided to leak. It was too old to be under warranty, so I had to dish out another $2,600 for a new hot water heater. I mean, what are you gonna do? Not have hot water? Suddenly, you're shelling out thousands of dollars that weren't in the budget, and if you didn't plan for it, those costs can turn homeownership into a huge financial strain.
But at first you think you can handle it, right? Like, what's a couple thou? What's a couple thou? I got it. But then the pipes in my 80-year-old home broke immediately as soon as I bought the house. Wiped out my savings. Then another pipe in a different area of the house broke. Okay, I'm struggling. Okay, I need help. Then my neighbor's pipe, it was a twin house, her pipe broke. And she didn't believe that her pipe broke, but her pipe broke on my side of the house. So all of that water that was coming down was spraying into my home.
This may be an extreme example, but things happen that you don't expect. And if you don't have any savings, these unexpected costs can make you house poor and unable to even enjoy being in your home. So what does being house poor really mean? Well, it's when a huge part of your income goes towards your housing costs. So much, then there's little left for anything else. Financial experts say that you're house poor when more than 30% of your income goes towards house-related costs. Here are some common ways you can end up being house poor, and trust me, this can happen to anyone. Number one, buying at the top of your budget. It's easy to get caught up buying the nicest home that you can afford. Maybe you're approved for a certain loan amount and you think to yourself, why not use it all? But just because the bank says that you can afford a certain amount doesn't mean you should max it out. Buying at the top of your budget is one of the fastest ways that you can become house poor. Number two, ignoring hidden costs. Another culprit is forgetting the extra costs of home ownership. Beyond the mortgage, there are property taxes and home insurance and utilities. And like we said, ongoing maintenance. If you don't account for these, you may find your affordable home is costing you way more than you planned. Number three, unexpected repairs and maintenance. I think we already covered this in some of the stories from our TikTok friends. And then there's the stuff that you don't plan for, like a job loss, or a new baby, or a shift in income. Life changes can quickly impact what you can realistically afford, turning a manageable mortgage into a financial nightmare. Now let's talk about the impact of being house poor. And this is really important because it's more than just money. It affects your entire life. Number one, you have constant financial stress. Every month becomes a juggling act to keep up with the bills, and you're constantly worried about what the next expense is. That kind of stress doesn't just go away. It's a constant weight, and it can really take a toll on your mental health. Number two, limited lifestyle choices. When most of your income goes towards your home, it limits your lifestyle. Things that used to be normal, like going out to eat, taking a vacation, or even just buying something small for yourself, become rare treats. Every dollar has to be accounted for. And it starts to feel like you're living for the house instead of the house serving you your life. Next, we have a strain on relationships. This is no joke. Money issues are one of the top reasons of relationship stress, and being house poor can put a huge strain on personal relationships. Constantly worrying about money can lead to a lot of tension with your partner, your family, and your friends. You might find yourself saying no to going out because you don't want to spend any money, which can create isolation and misunderstandings. Number four, your lack of financial flexibility and freedom. Being house poor also means that you are tied down financially. Like a new job in another city or a chance to invest, you might not be able to take it. You are financially committed to your home, and that does limit your options. Essentially, your home should be giving you security, but being house poor often means that you feel trapped. And finally, neglect of other financial goals. When you're house poor, it's very hard to focus on other financial goals. Saving for retirement, building an emergency fund, or even putting money into a child's education gets put to the side. And trust me, I now have 2 kids in college. You don't want to put that to the side if you don't have to. So yes, you might own a home, but you're potentially sacrificing long-term financial health and security. All right, now that we know what it means to be house poor and the impact it can have, let's talk about ways you can avoid getting into this trap. Here are some practical tips to keep your finances balanced and keep homeownership a joy and not a burden. Number one, set a realistic budget. A good rule of thumb is to keep all of your monthly costs at or below 40% of your monthly income. This means factoring all the costs. Your mortgage, your interest, your property taxes, your insurance, your utilities, everything. The financial experts will say 30%, but honestly, I think less than 40% is more realistic. Number two, build a maintenance and emergency fund. Unexpected expenses are inevitable. Set aside at least 1% of your home's value each year for maintenance and create a separate emergency fund. If you're able to save a few $100s a month for each of these funds, you'll be so much better prepared for any surprise repairs or financial hiccups. Number three, do not max out your loan approval. Just because you qualify for a big loan doesn't mean you should take it all. Number four, think long-term before you buy. Consider your future needs before you commit to buying a home. Do you plan on having kids? Maybe changing jobs, moving to a different area. Choosing a home that fits your current and future lifestyle can help prevent the need to move again too soon or stretch your budget to make it work. And finally, number five, get a comprehensive home inspection. I cannot emphasize this enough. A thorough home inspection can reveal those big issues before you buy, saving you from some costly repairs later. This step is essential. Do not skip it. Spending a few $100s up front can save you thousands in the long run. Buying a home is a huge step, and it should be a positive one. By setting a realistic budget, planning for future expenses, and being really smart about your purchase, you can avoid the trap of becoming house poor. Remember, your home should be a source of comfort and security, not financial stress. I hope you got some value out of this video. What is your biggest concern about buying a home? I would love to know, so definitely put it in the comments. If you missed our video where we go over why 82% of home buyers regret buying their home, definitely check that one out next. I think you'll really like it. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Bye!